So, while the future of Doctor Who on screen is still a little bit uncertain, as I've said before, we may bring it back at some point. And until then, I've got a large catalogue to look back on. So, for a while, I did do kind of listens of Doctor Who Big Finish audio dramas, which I ended up really enjoying. There was a lot of them are available for free on Spotify if you listen through there, and then a very nice person sent me a whole lot more, which I listened through. Now let's get back into it. Dead London. This was the first story of the second series of the Eighth Doctor Adventures, released in January of 2008 and written by Pat Mills. The story sees the Eighth Doctor, voiced once again by Paul McGann, and his companion Lucy Miller, voiced by Sheridan Smith, return home to 2008 so that Lucy can do some shopping. However, while there, the Doctor seemingly gets arrested for parking his TARDIS illegally and is eventually seen by Lord Chief Justice George Jeffreys, voiced by Rupert Vansittart, and is sentenced to death, supposedly hanging by a hangman named Jack Kletch. The Doctor then discovers that Doctor and Lucy then discover that London is seemingly not how they previously left it. There are some parts that are January 2008, but then there are also sectors where it's the Roman Empire, it's World War II, or it's the 17th century. In looking around, the Doctor eventually discovers that this is all the work of a creature known as Sepulchre, who is a Quadrig voiced by, once again, Rupert Vansittart. And the Quadrigs are like serpentine-style beings, and the main reason that everyone's here is that they need to kind of feed off people in order for them to kind of sustain themselves. And Sepulchre, or as it's called, it has kind of taken out people who, from history, who it believes won't be missed, which to me gave an air of the Mikado song, "I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed." Or at least that's what it reminded me of. So in order to having to work their way through London and work their way through the Roman Empire, through World War II, and through the 17th century, the Doctor and Lucy have to be careful and end up teaming up with a couple of characters along the way, including a tightrope walker from the 17th century named Spring-Heeled Sophie, or Sophie Shepherd, as she was known, voiced by Claire Buckfield, and a World War II munitions worker named Yellow Beryl, voiced once again by Katarina Olsen. Katarina Olsen had appeared in the previous series of the Eighth Doctor Adventures playing the Headhunter, a recurring character throughout the show, and with the Headhunter's story now done, it feels nice that they brought her back in for this. Ultimately, this is a story that I felt was fun. That's the thing about the Doctor Who Big Finish stories. I know I was hesitant to get into them for a while, but once I did, I found myself really enjoying them, and you can allow your imagination to go run wild a bit with this. To me, upon hearing that there were kind of different time zones now throughout London, or different time periods, to me it did remind me a little bit of the Second Doctor's final story, The War Games, with the warlords kind of choosing sections of every single war and putting them together into a battle world. That's not the case here. Sepulchre is just kind of putting these bits together, and seemingly there's rivers that prevent people from crossing them. But overall, Dead London is a story that allows your imagination to go around with it a bit. I mean, even towards the end when the Doctor, Sophie and Lucy are seemingly trapped inside a wicker man as they try to make their way into a temple, that's quite sinister, and I began to fear a bit about how they were going to get out of this alive. So, all in all, Dead London is a story that I can't really do justice to it just by describing it here on this live stream, but I definitely say check it out. It is a good story, and with Doctor Who currently off the air, it's a good one for people to get back into Big Finish on. So there you go, that's my quick little review of the 8th Doctor story, Dead London. Well, what do you think of it? Let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, until next time, see ya.